You've done everything right. You make money. You save. You don't spend stupidly. You have $20,000 in an account that proves it. Did you know that every month that passes, that money is worth less? Not because you're spending it, not because you're losing it, because the system is designed exactly for that. It's not bad luck. It's not that you did something wrong. It's mechanics, and nobody explained it to you. Open your banking app right now. $20,000. The number is there. It moves. Very slowly, but it moves. You feel responsible, disciplined, safe. That feeling of safety is exactly the problem. Because while you're looking at that number and telling yourself you're doing the right thing, two things are happening at the same time without anyone warning you. And once you understand them, you won't be able to stop seeing them. The first one is called inflation, and it's not what you think it is. It's not just that things cost more. It's that the money you have is worth less. Every year, silently and constantly. Think of it this way. Imagine you're 30 years old. You work at a bank in New York. It's an ordinary Tuesday. 3 years ago, you put $20,000 into a savings account, the same account we talked about before. Your bank gives you 0.5% interest a year. That's $100 a year. In 3 years, you've earned $300 in interest. $300 on $20,000 over 3 years. Now look at the other side. You're still in that New York office. On the screen next to you, someone has just pulled up an inflation report. Inflation over those same 3 years has run at an average of 4% a year. That means what you could buy with $20,000 3 years ago now needs almost $2,400 more to buy. You gained $300. You lost $2,400. The difference is what the system doesn't tell you. You didn't lose money. You lost power. The number in the app is still 20,000. But today's 20,000 isn't the same as the 20,000 from 3 years ago. And nobody at the bank called to explain that to you. The second thing happening is even more uncomfortable. That money you have in the bank, those $20,000, aren't in the bank. Imagine you're still in that same office, now in a meeting room. On the screen at the far end, there's a diagram. Money flowing out of a central vault toward half a dozen different arrows. The bank took it, lent it out, to other people, to businesses, to whoever needed it. And for lending it, they charged interest. 7, 8, 12% a year depending on the product. They gave you 0.5%. They kept the difference. You put up the money. The bank took the minimum risk the law allows it to take, and it kept the profit. You've spent years watching that mechanism work from the inside. It's not a conspiracy. It's a business model. And it works perfectly for the bank. The question is whether you want it to keep working only for them. There are 3 things you can do with what you just learned. These aren't investment tips, they're shifts in perspective, and they cost $0 to apply. The first is to stop thinking about saving and start thinking about moving. Money that sits still loses value, always. Because inflation doesn't stop. It doesn't matter if the market goes up or down, if there's a crisis or a boom. Money that doesn't move loses value constantly and silently. That doesn't mean you have to risk everything tomorrow. It means having money stored and having money protected aren't the same thing. A savings account is safe. It isn't protection. They're 2 different concepts, and confusing them has a real cost, the one you just calculated. The second is understanding that the system isn't broken. This is the most important part. Imagine you're back in that room. Someone next to you has understood the mechanism and is getting angry out loud, at the bank, at the system, at whoever. That anger doesn't accomplish anything. The system works exactly as it was designed to. Not for you, for whoever built it. And the only way to move through it intelligently is to understand it first without emotion for what it is. A set of rules someone wrote down and that you can learn. The third, and this is the hardest one to accept. Every month that money sits still is a month you made a decision. Not deciding is also deciding. $20,000 over 3 years at 4% inflation isn't something that happened to you. It's something that happened while you waited. The good news is that understanding this changes the question. It's no longer how much am I saving. It's what is my money doing while I'm not watching it. And that question, what to do with your money so it works instead of shrinking, is exactly what's coming in the next videos. How to position yourself inside the system, how to protect what you've built, how to stop being the one who puts in the money so others profit from it. $20,000 in a savings account isn't a financial achievement, it's a starting point. You get home, you park, you turn off the engine, and for once, you're not thinking about your bank balance. This isn't about money. It's about time. It's about freedom. I have $20,000 sitting in an account too, but I also have this, rental income from a property, income from a couple of businesses, and other assets generating money every month without me watching a screen. The difference isn't luck. It's that money is in motion, and that, more than the number, is what changes your real life. What you do with that from now on depends on one thing. Whether you understand the rules of the game or keep playing without knowing them. Your bank knows them. The system knows them. The question is whether you do too. How long have you had money sitting in an account without knowing exactly what it's costing you? Leave it in the comments. If this changed something in how you see your money, you know where to find me.